you're actually paying attention to what people say, and you're giving your feedback. And Darren does that too.
Well, that's the thing. We've interacted, and you've seen the 20 different dimensions where it's almost, at first, overwhelming. What does Darren do here? He's talking hamburgers, but he's getting sales coaching, and he's talking meditation, but he's talking to his cousin. What is going on? But what do you see? You see what you want to see. You see what you want to see. Absolutely. And we all do. I really recommend on a personal level, as much as you're comfortable being transparent, do it. On a professional level, you need to consider what needs to be transparent. Not everything professionally needs to go on the internet. You don't want to say, you know what, we have a couple of strings in the back that hold up this part of our company. You want to highlight on your wins. You want to encourage your customers to interact. I saw a company recently, and this was a really neat idea. They used their Twitter favorites to flag everyone who was a customer who said something nice about them. And I thought this was the most creative use. Everyone's got a different use for favorites, but it was a way of saying, hey, here's the link of what people are saying about us. Now on my website, of course, I got testimonials. This customer said I'm great. Well, you know what? They have actual links from people. You go there and it says, hey, this company did this for me. You click there, you can even ask them. Hey, Will, I see you said something good about this company. Are they really that good? Absolutely. Recommend them 100%. I know if you didn't, you probably wouldn't have said that. Absolutely. That's the message too. I know the word is true, and it's kind of neat. I mean, even if somebody has an avatar or a screen name, or somebody asked me once, I said, well, how do you know that you're not talking with a child online? Well, it's an incredibly intelligent child that we're talking about. Or how do you know who's on the other end of that avatar when they have a picture of their puppy? Who cares if the conversation is real? If the benefit is mutual, if people are connecting, I really don't care if somebody has a picture that shows them with a cardboard smiley face. I want to know who's talking to me, but it's felt through the conversation, and the conversations are real. Many people in our circles, we've actually met online first. Right. And I met Darren online first, playing in real life. That's the neat thing, but we were already friends. We were already friends because we chatted. There was no question. Even it was just like, hey, what's going on? Absolutely. It was magic. And at first, obviously, it tries to reshape and make sure you look like that square you put on the screen. Absolutely. You might have to associate, pictures to it. Like, oh, wait, it's real now. It's not just online. But yeah. So I think that's the magic of it. You look at relationships, and traditionally, we all put up our walls to some extent. We all want to make sure we're hiding behind our corporate logo or hiding behind our tough exterior. But eventually, those walls break down, and I find that more people are comfortable being themselves, being open, and being honest online. It's just really neat. I'm going to look at my watch because I don't have a light telling me that we're running tight. All right. We have 5 minutes here. Are there any questions that we can address? And I do want to mention, we do have another show coming up at 3:30, which will be talking about health, how to help your business, help stay humanized, engage, listen, and promote. Pretty powerful. I'd recommend you come there. Some of the topics we talked about, but if there's any questions, I'd love to talk with you guys. Yes, sir.
I wonder if you could just memorize. Presentation is okay, right? I think for all the week. Five phrases.
Yes.
What you're trying to say.
Love it. Okay. We're going to focus on that for the next few minutes. If I was to pick out a handful of best practices that I would like you guys to leave with today, I'd say grab your pen because this is going to take that whole hour of while we look at that great ball guy and make it valuable. Be consistent. A big key to social media presence is consistency. If you're telling me that you're going to get on Twitter for your business, I'd rather you spend 5 minutes a day doing this and make that your expectation than to spend an hour a week, Sunday night, catching up with 1 million tweets. Be clear. Whatever you're going to use, make sure that your message is clearly communicated. For instance, when I began on Twitter, I had a picture that really didn't look like me. It was a picture of me in Israel wearing a turban. I thought it looked amusing. I was wearing dark sunglasses. And I put my city that I live in as Palatine, which perhaps was a letter off from another place, and had very few followers. When I changed it to the closest major metro, Chicago, when I put a clear headshot picture up, and I recommend investing in a good picture, have a friend take one with a nice background, or get the headshot, be yourself. People want to know who they're meeting with. You put up an avatar of yourself that's 20 years old, you're not yourself. People know that.
Or you put your dating picture. That's important.
You can, but it tells you something about that person too. It says this is somebody whose thought leads his family. That's okay. But I do find it almost valuable when I see somebody's face close up, when I know that they're real. I'd say the next thing, tell a story. Any website you have has an opportunity for a brief bio. On Twitter, you have 160 characters. I use mine to summarize so many dimensions of my personality and package it up. I used to change the last sentence weekly to be comical until a lot of people commented on it, and I kept it. The bio is your chance to really sell yourself. You need your elevator pitch. Number 4, connect with others. If you're not reaching out to talk to others, to follow others on Twitter, to respond to people, you're going to fail. If you're not paying attention and listening, number 5, about your brand, you're going to fail. Because guess what? Your competitors might be. If I'm listening and I put in a search phrase on tweetlater.com saying, every time somebody mentions Will English, I want to know about it. Now, it could be from 2 views. It could be that I'm Will's friend and I want to inform him, or it could be that I'm going to steal his business and say, I am so sorry you had a bad experience with my competitor. Why don't you come to me and I'll give you 20% off for your inconvenience. There is no rule against that. Number 6, link it up. You have a web address, you have a blog address, you have a you have a Facebook address, everything you have, make sure this is clearly communicated. And I'm going to wrap up with number 7, aggregate, don't aggravate. There are so many ways with the tools we have out here to actually consolidate your information into a centralized platform using FriendFeed and the like. The key is to make sure that you're doing this in a consistent manner, that people are able to read your stream but not be overwhelmed with repetitive noise. By doing this, you really can be everywhere at once and have a presence on a multitude of sites with minimal effort. No more questions? Or thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll be walking and talking if anyone wants to